y'all. I'm I.
And I'm in. And we in the building
with Black Guy Critiques.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Like
I ran away.
You.
I was so excited.
Make sure you guys like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Let's do what it do. We're talking about Raising Dion season 2. Nathan.
Y'all. All right, let's get into it. So, just a quick recap. If you have not seen it, I'm going to recap a little bit. You need to watch season 1 because season 2 ain't going to make no sense.
None.
Season 1 is about this dude named Dion. His mother is taking care of him. The father has passed. As she is raising this kid, he starts to develop powers. The navigation of her being a single parent with a recent death in the family and navigating how to keep her son from being a, government experiment. Finds out that her best friend, or husband's best friend, is actually the real villain and killer of said husband, and then they defeat him. So now that we got the very important part out the way, real quick, real fast. This is a great. I'm sad it was only 8 episodes because season 4 was 9, but great episodes, very on the point in each episode into it. You see where it left off, where another powered kid, second generation, not first, second generation powered kid is coming up, and he has taken the crooked energy and he has become the Crooked Man 2.0. The story goes as such. You see Dion, he is now 10 years old. His 2 years have passed. Not only has he mastered his abilities to a certain extent, he's able to create powers at will, and he works on helping the powered community. His mother, Nicole, is doing a phenomenal job as being on the board, one of the board members, but she realizes something early on. She's not powered. How can she know the needs for powered people? And so in that, you see some of the prejudices that she has for powered people. You see how the powered people navigate in their new lives and understanding. You see how the employees of Biona go through these things, and all that pulls up to bring back Pat without the crooked energy. And so Pat comes up, he tries to help save the day, but everything is a little bit off as it was in season 1. And so Pat pulls up with his little weird tendencies of like, I need to be the hero. No, you are the villain. And then this other guy named David comes around trying to sell all the powered energy. Does not work. He's trash. Trash. He also, we have a wonderful woman.
Wait.
All right, the iconic lips. Were they ashy? Gotta lick them first next time. All right. So, after that, you see Suzanne is now full head CEO of the Biona in her district. She is the director, the head of the honcho. She's killing it. Fast forward, you see that Brayden is now admitted, hey, I got crooked energy, baby. He comes to fight Dion.
Don't you ever do that dance move again. Don't. Are we done? You ready?
Waddy, this.
No, you're right.
I quit. Oh, we think alike. That was smooth as fuck. Unchoreographed, unfiltered, unbiased. Fight us. Oh.
I'm sick.
Round it back up. They go through the fight. They handle the main issue, and bada bing, bada boom. Dion wins because he is the mind mover. And that's the story, y'all.
That's facts.
Tons of spoilers.
So now that we talked about the story, we spoil everything, baby. Just Black Guy Critique. We critiquing the whole thing. If you didn't come here for spoilers, what you come here for? Anyway, now we're talking about the characters. So as we already talked about before, we got Dion. My man is Ace Boone Coon. This is my man's right here. I love the fact that they literally allowed Dion to be a kid. He is just a kid in every aspect and choice that he makes. He even names the Crooked Man the Crooked Man. And for some reason, all these adults that have all these jobs at Biona just go with it. We just call him the Crooked Man because Dion just said so. That's hilarious.
These are world-renowned scientists with degrees. They're top of the line. And this boy comes up, 8 years old, and goes, "The Crooked Man!" That's a great idea, kid. Couldn't think of a name for an electrical storm.
Hey, Johnson, can you pencil that one down?
Hey, this kid's a genius. We're not going to call him the Cumberless Man, because that's too many words. Crooked Energy's right there. Thunderman, Lightning Strike. I don't know. There's so many things.
That's it.
Electricity.
That's he. And also, he's not the only genius, but we got to get to her in a second. Anyway, now we talk about Nicole, his mom, like Nathan just mentioned, a single mother from season 1, doing what she can to navigate the world. She is who she is. Esperanza, aka Invisible Girl, part of the Triangle of Justice. Love her. Love Esperanza. Then we got Jonathan, also Admiral Annihilation, who it likes to call. He had to earn his title, which he does later on. Yeah. And that is my man, also part of the Triangle of Justice. It's just kids being kids. I love it. Braden, I call him AKA the problem child. What was you about to say?
I was about to say, Jonathan is the truth. If you saw how he started off in the first season, he the truth all second season, dog. Like, as an actor and as a character in the show, like he came up all the way. He was like here. Now he's like here. Like he's
like Ron to Harry Potter, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. He's really playing that role good. And then we got Braden, aka the problem child. Y'all seen Problem Child back in the day, you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, we got Aunt Cat. She out here living her best life, not trying to be no doctor no more. So that's her. And then we got Pat, the fake ninja. Just leave that how it be. We got Tevin, who is Dion's new trainer, aka the stereotypical light-skinned savior type.
Aka his future father.
Aka shout out to Shamar Moore, Tyler Perry films. Anyway, we got David, the mad scientist ninja, just trying to make some money. We got Suzanne. She just trying so hard just to keep her head on straight. We don't even know what she be doing half the time, but she's one of the leaders of Biona. And then we got Janelle. I demand a spinoff with Janelle. I demand it. If y'all watching this Netflix, I demand a spinoff with Janelle.
She is the truth. She should be Captain Annihilator, Admiral Annihilation right there. That woman.
That's what I'm saying. Janelle is different, but we're gonna get to it, man. So now
she came in there with all. If y'all watch anime, she came in there with all the magical girl energy. I promise you. She said, transform. She came out with purple hair. Her hair was black the whole time. Purple hair came up in that thing. Magic girl energy. I promise you. Black magic girl energy. Don't play with her. Janelle.
This man's hype right now. Anyway,
dude, she was cold.
I just wanted to spin off. All I'm saying is I just wanted to spin off. Anyway, now we are going to get to the critiques. So, Nathan, you want to start us off? What's your biggest critique, man?
Man, I cried a lot. This season had me crying a lot.
Cried?
I cried.
You look like no booger bear. What you crying
for? I snatched the water out your mouth. Oh, that's right. We're not in the same room. All right. So, just kidding. He's intelligent. So, we're just going to start it off. I'm just going to give Nicole her shout out of shout outs. This is truly a single mother learning how to navigate being a single parent as well as how to work with somebody with superpowers. Because she wants to do so much to protect her son, but in the event that her son is not able to protect her, what would she do? I mean, he's powered. And so she's running through this whole system. I'm gonna just throw out my negative one when I go to the good one, y'all can hear this. Nicole has 3 faces. She does this, she does this, and she does this. That's it. That's all. That's the only 3 faces she makes. She does that weird like half smile. She holds her teeth out, and then when she be smiling, but she always looks down because she's like nervous. And then she does the cry face. That's it. She don't make any other face. It doesn't make sense half the time. Why are you crying right now? You were doing so well. Till she made the.
I will say she has cute faces most times though. Very attractive lady. Very attractive lady.
I didn't know her back tattoo was a real back tattoo until I saw it in season 1 on like episode 6.
But you gonna say it. She fine. She doing her thing.
Her and her sister are fine. It's ridiculous.
I didn't even know she had a sister. Wow.
In the show.
Oh, in the show. Okay, I thought you were talking about real life. But go ahead.
She might.
Sir.
I don't know. Okay. So the good thing I didn't know where to go with. I was
took the man off his square.
I didn't know if he was going to drool or not. If you were going to take another sip of water. If your wife was going to come in and sashay in front of you to let you know, like, this is what you got. Instead.
Oh no, my wife agrees.
I forgot your curves. Oh, and we're back. I all of that, just the stress in the forehead, gone. But no, to give her all of this, she navigates her emotions very well in the second season. The first season, she's an emotional wreck. But this season, she's open about the fact that I am attracted to this man named Tevin. And she's open to the fact that, like, I am not powered and I want to be able to protect my son. For her same combo hit, she does the whole movie. Like, that's it. All you gonna see her do. Hey, she got some hammers on her though. You should see her hit that bag. Pow, pow. I was like, oh my god.
She really don't. That's one of my critiques. She really don't. But carry on.
I mean, hey, when she hit the bag, they must have poof, and it was like, you know.
It's because they swung that. They swung it. They off camera. They said, "Okay,
you such a hater.
Hit it
Why
again.
is he a hater? Hater. All right, go ahead. You take the floor. Hate yourself.
All right, so coming in with mine, I really got to add to Nicole doing her thing, but Dion is my man, and this is just a kid being a kid. He acts like a kid. They casted a great actor for this role. Every decision he makes is something I would do at 10 years old. It's so relatable. I would just make this decision. Why am I hanging out with my circle of friends and out here trying to stop crime at 10 years old, 9 years old? I would do something like that. We used to
30 minutes before school, y'all. 30 minutes before school.
30 minutes before school, we would go hang out in the creek. We would be pretending like we in different doing missions and stuff like that. His whole group is like literally we got Jonathan on the headset doing logistics. You got Esperanza, the lady behind the keyboard, and then he over here doing teleportations throughout the neighborhood.
My mother will never know. She got a tracking device on your phone, fool.
You gotta track him. Oh, guys, I gotta be back for a certain time. It was just so the innocence of it. I love it. And it's like, this is how you tell a story of a child becoming a superhero. Beautiful.
When he don't understand stuff, he don't make it known. Like, children don't tell you they don't get it. They'll be like, oh, you mean this? That man said, do you have intangibility? He said, oh, this pulls out a hurricane.
That is not intangibility. Did you?
He was like, yes, is that not what that is? He was like, no. I didn't know what it was. I just figured I'd do it. That's what I thought it was.
This man made a hurricane in his hand talking about, is this intangibility? Like, oh,
dog. Kevin legit was like, I don't even. I mean, you can make up powers. This is invalid.
Kevin for a second looked at himself and was like, why am I here?
You got it figured out at this point, bud.
This man has every power. Like, I don't know, why am I even here? Like,
hey, as a 10-year-old, they got to be kids. When he and Braden get into a fight in Braden's mind, he told that man, "How you get in my head?" He said, I can make up powers." Poof! I said, "Oh."
How you kick Braden out of his own mind with his own mind manipulation power? That's crazy. That man Dion is a goat. The man Dion is a goat.
Hey, OP. What's so crazy? Michael B. Jordan. His only like 3 points in the show does he ever pop up, but like every time he comes up, they just talk about how great he is. Mm-hmm. Your dad was phenomenal. He was so gentle. And then when it comes to him having powers, they were like, you had all of them? He's like, y'all couldn't do this? Y'all couldn't teleport and stuff? Nobody could go invisible? I'm so confused. Why are you...
Oh, we got to talk about, he actually doesn't do some of the powers that he did in season 1. He said that, and they gave a reason for it. He said he feels more grown up or now, or that was some baby stuff back then. So he doesn't do a lot of his theatrics no more, which I thought was a great way. Again, another way a child would say that. Oh, I'm a big kid now. I don't do that baby stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? That was a great way to...
He still can't turn invisible.
Right. To shift the narrative a little bit, to shift the narrative forward and talk about, okay, these are the new powers he's going to start using, and we're not going to do that no more. That was a great way to write that in. You know what I'm saying? An innocent way to kind of write that forward. That's all I had to say.
You know what's even crazy? Like, on the points of his power, if y'all watch season 1, then y'all know. Whatever they did in 2019, them effects were trash. Mm-hmm. Spell it with me, say it with me, trash. TRASH. Ashy. Trash. Awful. Like grade A garbage. And I tell you, they came up with the come up. Dion didn't just teleport with the little black puff of cloud behind him. Like, it had the lightning strikes in it. When he made the little whirlwind, it looked like wind. Whenever he moved stuff in his mind, it looked like somebody put a string on something and it went across. Like, they had an upgrade that was beyond what I thought. They budget went up. If y'all don't make a season 3, I promise y'all I'm fighting everybody. The cliffhanger was stupid, but if y'all don't make a season 3, I'm fighting everybody at Netflix. Count your days, Netflix, if I don't catch a season 3. And it better not take 2 years, because y'all know how to work in a pandemic now. All right? Say it again. I'll fight you. These hands are for everyone!
So, the next thing I got to list on that list. Oh, well, the next part we kind of bringing in. We talk about basically Dion. We see the Triangle Justice. We see him getting into Biona. He gets introduced into this new life. Trying to train, get with Tevin.
Hold on, because are you about to get there? I want to point this out. Esperanza had a phenomenal supportive dad the whole first season, and then he's gone. And they introduced this guy named Gary.
That is so true.
Yes. They introduced security guard Gary, and he pulls out I'll be your dad role. And I
That
thought that
is
was the dopest thing ever.
That was my critique for me. I don't like how they wrote off her dad. You know what I'm saying? This is like, she's had a dad the whole time, then all of a sudden we ain't got it. And then I know you said the security guard, which was a heartfelt moment. But let's not act like that ninja wasn't in the show for less than 5 seconds before he became a gargoyle.
Well, I mean, you got 8 episodes, and Dion is not a slow. First off, Dennis Liu wrote Raising Dion. He writes many other comics. You should support him if you do. This is not an advertisement or a plug. If you want more Raising Dion content, you have to support this man. But he wrote this specifically in one go, one setting. I mean, I don't know if it took him in one setting, but like he wrote one volume. And so all of season 2, he had to make up on the spot. And so in the 2 years he had to figure out what he wanted the story to progress as for it to work cinematically. And, you know, having Michael B. Jordan as an executive producer, I thought was a pretty, you know, wonderful thing, because he's going to give him the freedom, and then having Netflix as the platform was like, you got the funding. And so I think that was kind of hard for him to write back in a dad who really was only there to drive her to and fro, you know?
I get it. What I'm saying though, for that though, in the sense that you have a kid that's literally involved in so much calamity. Same thing with Jonathan's parents. I just want to know what his parents are. Y'all have parents, and they were in season 1. Why aren't they in season 2? And that's one of my biggest critiques. I don't like. Well, I'm just saying, like, that's got to be one of my biggest critiques. It just seems like, you know, the kids are running the show half the time, and I'm like, where are these parents at other than Nicole? Nicole, the only one that makes sure she stick around 100% of the time. And Janelle's mom. Other than that, like, who? By the way, we got to get to her, but
we ain't there yet.
We ain't there yet.
Janelle's mama is the epitome
garbage
of a scared black woman.
Right.
Hey, producers. hey. I think I'm gonna
I know you ain't doing my bit. Don't do my bit. Don't do my bit. Don't do my bit. Don't steal my bit.
They told me I had to come back or I wasn't getting paid, so I had to.
This man still.
I'm back, yo. Hey, I'm right. I'm in, and we're in the building. Yeah.
This man, something else. But that was one of my biggest critiques too. I said the parents aren't parents at heart enough. I just felt like, you know, it's kind of like these kids are out here fighting whole gargoyles. I don't even know what to call these little plant creatures, but they fighting whole gargoyles. They're making things happen, and the parents aren't like nowhere around.
You know what they really are? No, you really know what they are? They're racist plants, because they're fueled by hate from the Civil War. They're racist.
You might be on to something. Okay, so we talk about
these are plants, racist.
The sinkhole. So a sinkhole is created in the same spot where Dion fought the Crooked Man in season 1. The sinkhole now has a collection of raw energy that was tapped in by the Crooked Man, but also it takes the energy from all the things that happened in that area, which a Civil War battle happens. So yes, technically, these are some racist plant people that get infected from it.
They just like, black people suck.
Oh,
if you notice, there was the start of the whole thing was one black man, but when they took the powers from everybody, they was all white.
And yeah, that's Esperanza, the security guard. I do appreciate that they did write in the security guard as being like that lovable guy for Esperanza. Be like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll help you pick plants. I'll help you be there for you as a father figure while your dad is on business and stuff like that. But the man literally dies. Not even in the same. It's in the same episode, actually. Not even. It's in the same episode.
Yeah.
So it didn't really go nowhere with that. So, and then we never see my man's again. He's gone after that. He gets infected. They get into a little spat, and he runs off, and we never see him again.
Once again, strong black males, how you create the characters. He still remembered, where's Esperanza? I need to make sure she's all right. He didn't even think about the fact that he'd been gone for almost 2 months. Like, like the absence of his life for 2 months, he doesn't even faze him. He's like, this little girl needs a dad, and she does not have one. I need to be there for her.
She has a dad.
He's not there.
He's on business. That's what I'm saying. He wrote out her dad.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll agree. He did a terrible job the second season for something he had to make up on the spot of writing other people's parents. Kwame's extra gay in this one, by the way, guys.
I understand the surroundings of everything's going through, but we here to critique the final product, baby. And that's what the product was giving. I'm sorry.
The product is giving.
The product
win.
Giving.
What B. Simone saying? Baby boy.
Look,
he
man,
did his thing. He tried.
He did it. Try and do your thing are two different things. Anyway, so next we gonna go into. Speaking of which, by the way, my man said I gotta find Esperanza. Don't you think it's a little wild that he asked about Esperanza, but he didn't ask about the librarian that he was smashing, the old white lady? She said they carpool together every day.
Oh, the salsa classes.
You know they was getting the beats. You know they was.
Maybe Gary. Why can't Gary just be a nice black man?
Because she said, wait. Because Esperanza said, do you know where Gary is? And she said, wait, Gary the security officer? And then Esperanza said, yeah. And she started, we go carpooling every day. We in the same
every Wednesday to
She
salsa.
was smiling too hard for someone that was not getting their back blown out. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like if that was happening, she would have been like, where you at? Because if she's an old Caucasian woman in Atlanta, he's not done. Okay, we're gonna look away.
Back blown out. That old librarian's getting a black back blown
okay,
out.
He's getting her black blown out. Good, I'm glad.
Yes, her black.
That's why she was white.
Because Jerry was black. Jerry was black.
Hey, so I'll agree. That was poor writing on the parents. I also think it was poor writing on how they made Kwame relevant. Kwame was no longer relevant after Nicole got her job. She even made a point of like, why do you keep calling me? Like, you're my client, not my boss. I pay my own health benefits. You do not. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm. So they try to bring him in, trying to demand that. Yeah. But then I got to make it a beautiful moment because Kwame, that boy was running that dang school play. Shout out to Kwame running the school play.
Bro.
My man was going in.
Y'all, I don't think I understand how great he did that, John. Kwame was like, I will build you. I will make you great because you are great. And then
who gave this nigga this job?
Wait, it gets better. Esperanza said, Jesus, take the wheel. He said, Jesus can't save you. And a kid yells out, ain't that what he's supposed to do? This ninja gave me most of the laughs during this season, bro. Shout out to Kwame. My man gave me straight laughs. Laughs. They made that man. I hate how they did it, but he was quite relevant. He finally got to sing his musical number from Dream Girls he's been trying to sing all his life.
They better bring Kwame back in season 3, bro. I need it because I need the comedic relief. That man was giving me everything. I loved it. Absolutely. And then when he was singing, that man can blow. Pause.
Yeah, Kwame can sing. I want y'all to know, Esperanza's in a wheelchair, so when she dances, she rolls around. And when Kwame made this face of being moved when he saw her roll around, it kind of, I sadly was so confused why he was so moved. She only went in 2 circles.
I was gonna say it too.
It'd be different. It'd be different if, like, she did like a wheelie or something, or like, but like she did 2 circles in the same spot.
Look, I'm gonna be honest too, because I got a critique right here that Esperanza is my ninja, and she is probably the only person on this show with sense. I said that on my critique.
She's an adult.
She is. She's the only person on the show with sense. She had the most aptitude and understanding what was going on. She peaked Braden before anybody else did. She was just on top of it. But anyway,
he couldn't even brainwash her multiple times.
I didn't understand that one either, which we're gonna get to in a second. But what I didn't like too, she got the role of Effie, and I love Dreamgirls. I don't think she deserved the role of Effie in the play.
So, I've never seen Dreamgirls, but I do know who Effie is. You ain't seen Dreamgirls? Okay. No, because I know, I like the music, so I've played some of the songs. So I know the songs that Effie sings.
Jennifer Hudson.
If I remember correctly, Jennifer Hudson played Effie. Yeah, okay. So, the whole point was to, she had the power of singing, so they had to give her the role where the other kids sucked. You heard the other kids sing. She was the best. She rolled in 2 circles. It moved Kwame.
My man said she was singing. She rolled in 2 circles. What do you want, bro? What do you want?
for everybody who's like, don't shame her for being in a wheelchair. First of all, I love Esperanza. I'm not shaming her for nothing.
I don't care what y'all say, man. That's my homie. I ain't
talking about in a real world aspect. If I was to look at this in real society, they would be like, "Can you do anything else with the wheelchair?" They're not expecting her to walk. They're just like, "Is the 2 circles the only maneuvers you got? Can I get like a hard turn to the right?
Wheelie, something like that?" Oh, anyway,
can I get a hard stop? You know,
hard stop,
pop up, pop back. You know,
me like.
I need something extra. Like you're auditioning, you got to give me more.
Now we sound like Kwame. Anyway, that's something Kwame would say. I love Kwame. Kwame was lit, bro.
Oh, he's so annoying.
So keeping on to Esperanza, she is the one that peeps out that Braden is a little trouble. She's the one that's organizing the Triangle of Justice, and she's the one that come up with a lot of these plans to make sure things can get done properly. She hits it with precision every single time. Love Esperanza.
And she's Dion's best friend, no matter what he try to say.
Yep.
He makes it weird. He makes it weird. She don't. If you watch this show, you say she makes it weird, I'll fight you next. I'll fight you like I'm gonna fight Netflix. It'll make season 3.
Oh, wow. The violence. Anyway, so now we got introduced Braden. Braden is literally a troubled youth. The crooked man is taking over this boy's body, and he just is out to get... First of all, this boy comes into the first day of school looking like a mass shooter. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
They said it. Somebody said it.
Nobody
No, the kid said it. When he was reading the kid's mind, they was talking about him. His hair oily. He looked like he crazy. I was like, dang.
I'm like, don't the teachers see this boy? Look, this is Braden all the time. Look.
Without the black lips and big nose.
With long mullet hair. We don't even have that hairstyle no more. And this man over here.
His hair was just long. It was just uncut. Just uncut, long white kid hair. Swoop, you know.
I'm just like, ain't nobody paid a parent visit to his house?
Bro, first off, did they eat? Did the parents ever eat? I only ever saw food that a child would eat. I never saw the parents eat once in the show, and they looked like they were dead.
So Braden literally mind controls this couple in order to basically be into the district and in order to go to school. And what he can do is he can turn. They was on vacation, right? He can turn people's brains off. That's one of his abilities. So they would just sit in a catatonic state forever. And he basically had his people at a dinner table with boxes of pizza that he obviously was eating, but I don't know if they was eating. So they just been sitting there dying of hunger and thirst basically for days.
I'm trying not to. That's how they looked. That's what they did. I was trying to show you the visual. It's terrifying. I don't even know what I look like because I had a fan out to the wall. If I paid attention, y'all just saw my eyes moving like their eyes. It was crazy.
Now I gotta give another critique here. Is that Braden tries his hardest to get close to Dion. This dude tries to get close to Dion, and first of all, in the most creepiest way. Want to be friends? Like that, bruh.
Yeah, pop him in his room, in his brain.
What are you doing? Right in his brain. I'm like, bro, yo, that's invasive. Yes, I would love to be your friend, but you're doing a lot right now.
But didn't want to be his friend when Dion offered.
Right.
Just like a little white kid.
Yeah, the Triangle of Justice comes up and like tries to, they try to be nice, try to introduce the new kid into their group. And this boy, y'all corny. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Bro, hey, Brady got some slappers. He was talking mad junk the whole show. These are a bunch of nerds.
Y'all some nerds.
Balls. Like, dang, dog. Dude, he was covering life the whole show.
Man, you can't.
When he said, what they gonna do? Nerd me to death? Bro, if you don't get off their head.
And that's why I gotta get my first critique. Dion tried way too hard to be his friend. He tried too hard to be his friend. He knew that boy was crazy. Dion ain't stupid. And I get he's a kid. And I do understand Dion a kid. But even when I was a kid, I knew when ninjas wasn't on my time. You feel me? And he dissed your friends like 400-500 times.
Yeah, I would have came for his life. I would have came for his whole life. You got one more to talk about my friends. I'm coming for your neck.
Talk about my friends in the wheelchair one more time, bro. See what's gonna happen.
Especially Esperanza, bro. Especially the one that you give your final will and testament to. He told her, he's like, if I don't come back, you are phenomenal. Everything about you is amazing. Only you can be you. Hey, that's a friend. He hyped her up and let her know the truth. Like, I think there is nobody better than you. Like,
I think there's some deeper point to that, even though it was already deep.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Esperanza might have some abilities because Brayden said early on, his powers don't work on typically on other people that got powers.
Yeah.
And didn't work on Esperanza. It didn't work once. Brayden's out here turning people's minds off left and right. He can't get Dion, and he couldn't get Esperanza.
Right, but then he had Tevin with the little weird Twitch head thing.
And that's what kind of confused me, because he said out his own mouth it could be just the fact that you have powers. So but he was able to get Tevin.
Tevin had mental issues though.
That's true. Man, and back up. And this is also the time when Brayden got supercharged by the Crooked Man too.
Yeah, there was a lot going on with that.
There was a lot going on.
Maybe Brayden at the point, because he's so young and inexperienced, can't do it to powered people. Mm-hmm. But at some point.
But you saw my point then. That means Esperanza might have something in season 3 we might get talked about, because he could not tap her mind at all. That doesn't make any sense. There was also this thing where he did try really hard. He tried hard. He's like, why can't I do it?
There's also where she said multiple times,
nope,
people don't see me. She's like, I have like invisibility of presence. Mm-hmm. And I think that's another thing about it. Like, she already had a strong mental fortitude. Just imagine, at the age she did, at the age of 8.
I'm talking about invisibility of presence. If y'all haven't seen Kuroko no Basket, that is a great anime. And my man Kuroko had the invisibility of presence. That is one of the greatest anime I've ever seen, by the way.
Terrible.
Love it. Another critique of mine that I wanted to talk about was Janelle. We introduced her into Biona. She's a dismantler, which I knew her power wasn't just blowing stuff up. I knew it was molecule manipulation.
I didn't know what it was in the beginning. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't know if it was like a strong form of like telekinesis, or if she had like gravity and they were like putting stuff around her and the force of the gravity was making things implode.
Mm-hmm. The way they were talking about her, it just made it seem like I've seen this before with like Molecule Man, and I've seen it before with like other things like that, to where they can change the states of matter. So basically, she wasn't blowing stuff up. She was basically turning a solid into a gas, and that was the whole thing. That was her power. And I'm like, yo, y'all know how OP this power is.
Yeah, her and Dion. When she was like, I'm gonna be like Dion's big sister, I'm like, you low key really will be, because
you low key will be.
You could probably beat Dion.
You probably could beat Dion. High key.
Like when she separated the power DNA from the regular DNA, I was like,
that's like, a critique. That's a critique.
How is that critique?
Because how the heck, I love my girl Janelle, right? How the heck this child that ain't been in that lab once can just run in real quick and just so happen to pick the right containers. If you ever in a science lab, there's a lot of containers, but you just so happen to pick the right containers over here on this corner, take them out, and then mix them mugs together. If y'all don't know anything about chemistry, you mix the wrong things together, it'll blow up. So this girl just comes here. I would slap the taste out of them. Girl, what the hell you gonna do? You can blow us up.
You know what's so crazy? I think because their mindset was, she's going to blow us up, we need to stay back as far as possible. Because you notice they ran and they did the stop.
So I gotta give a critique to the writing. I'm like, how is she just a genius in 5 seconds? We didn't.
Hey, Dennis Lou,
come on now.
I have faith in you. Although Izzy doesn't understand what you're going through, I get it on the creative aspect.
I understand what you're going through, but it's the final product you gave me. You gave me the critique. Her mom has to take a huge L. She was not supportive of her child at all. She actually wanted her to be muddled powered forever. Even after she had a conversation with Nicole about parenting powered children, she was just a horrible person. She was just and she was just sitting in a place of fear, scarcity, and lack far too much, and don't realize that her kid is literally OP. Even when her daughter tried to change the subject, they're like, "Yo, mom, I could use your help with other things. What can I possibly help you with?" You know, there's this boy I really like. I love to talk to you about girl stuff. Girl, I'm not talking about no boy right now.
Yeah, she said, "Can we handle one thing at a time?" I tried to
talk about the power thing. You say you didn't want to do that. Try to talk to you about the boy thing. Now you don't want to do that. What are you doing for me at this point? Like,
you know, hey, her shutdowns were relevant. Okay.
They were.
Like, every time she did, okay.
I understood why she was shutting down so much, because her mama really ain't trying to hear nothing. And it was like, it was like almost like what we talked about in our review with Coach Carter. Like the parents are just so out of touch with the kid. You just want to, you know what I'm saying? You either enabling or you don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't actually trying to talk to your kid.
Unless you're Nicole. And then it's like, I'm just trying to protect you. I just want you to listen.
If I heard Nicole say one more time, I'm trying to protect you. Baby girl, I understand. But your son is probably the most OP person in the world at this point. Calm down. That's like somebody trying to protect Superman. So they're trying to protect Superman. It's what you doing?
Which they did. That's why his parents was always in danger.
What you doing?
Clark, don't do that.
Clark. That's
what are you gonna? I can literally take a bullet to the head and the eyeball. I can
fly into the sun and sit there. Like, what are we doing?
I could move the sun and kill everybody right now.
Move the sun.
If I go in the opposite rotation of the world, I can go back in time. Like, I don't get you.
So that's where we at right now with that. The parents just need to definitely do better. And then we coming back. Oh man, I'm actually getting a lot of negative critiques in my head right now. Why? I wasn't even think about this before. We get into the final fight because I'm coming to the end here. We're coming to the final fight. Braden is supercharged with the Crooked Man energy. He's about to fight Dion right now. We having the battle of the mind movers and whatnot. And then Janelle shows up when everybody else getting beat up. Because Dion was getting some hands. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Nicole,
some boys getting marked.
How is Nicole able to fight when she is literally dealing with plant cancer?
It is plant cancer. Yeah.
She got plant cancer and she throwing hands. I'm like, oh my God.
She had 12 hours to live. She was getting ready to inject herself and then thought about the roots. Yeah, that was the climax.
Was fake.
Definitely.
Ain't no way you able to fight and you suffering from plant cancer right now. You can't do that.
If y'all watch it, and when y'all see the show, that it's not. She had 3 days to live. Like
3 days.
She was on her last leg.
Ain't no way you able to fight whole. These are literal zombie monsters with your hands.
That's what I'm telling you. She had to pause. Like I'm gonna get Netflix and put season 3. Get season 3.
So they get dealt with, and then my girl Janelle pops up and she says, "I'm here to save the day." Now here's my thing. Big critique again. Janelle, in 5 seconds, can end this whole fight. In 5 seconds, Janelle gets her hands in, but then she gets jumped and eventually by the plant monsters. Janelle in 5 seconds could kill everybody on the field.
They were trying not to kill people.
That hurt me.
They said these are innocent people. Don't kill them.
They said they gonna die anyway, though.
If they cured them with the
thing. They thought.
No. Dion saved the day. It doesn't matter. He stabbed the plant.
It happens, and then we get to the final climax. Pat has injected himself with every power known to man, and Crooked Man comes and pays. At the time, Crooked Man pays him a visit. Hey, yo, bro, you ready? Did you get all the powers like I asked you? Yeah, bro, I got them, bro. It took me a minute, but I got them for you. You ready to come back home to daddy? Yes, sir. Now, Pat, I had hope for my man. I really thought he would change. I did not. He changed.
Well, no. Once he had that first blow up with Kat, and he was like, "With your self-righteousness," I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the old Pat we know and love." He's back.
But they was on his behind, though. He was working day and night on that cure. Come on.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. When you and your wife get into it, right? And you're trying to show her and prove to her, hey, I'm doing better. Do you go and tell her, did you not just see what I just did for you?
Sometimes.
You see how you
sometimes.
You see how you does it work? No, shut up. It doesn't.
Sometimes you gotta do
as soon as you say, hey, you ain't see what I just did, you null and void all the things you've done. That's what Pat did every time. He was like, you ain't see this? My guy.
But they was acting like they ain't see it.
He had Crooked Man energy. They don't know anything about Crooked Man energy. What are you about to do? Trust him?
I can't.
He just killed 40 people for her.
Y'all want the help or not?
He died and came back to life like he was Jesus.
You did not call Pat Jesus.
I didn't. I said he definitely died and then had the audacity to come back to life. Talk about it happened in 3 days. You ain't Jesus. Chill out, bro.
This man, no, he died twice. He died when the Crooked Man blew up, and he also died on the table when he injected
all the powers.
He died twice.
Hey, he lucky he came back when he did, because David was about to harvest that man organs.
Oh yeah, David.
He's like, hey, get everything out his body. We gonna sample it.
Mm-hmm. And now David apparently is working with him and the Crooked Man to now commodify the powers. And he wants to just take over the world, be the hero villain he was always meant to be, man. So, Nate, now that we talked about the entire season 2, bro, I want to talk about your final thoughts and what's the rating we give him, bro?
So my final thoughts on Dion, they definitely did that. They made it relevant to the fact. I'm almost certain that he knew, hey, we made this in 2019. We're going to be in a pandemic. We got to get this done. Excuse me. And he made it relevant to the time gap. He made it contingent. And I think that was probably the biggest point of giving Dion these 2 years to work with and even improving it to the times as it should have been. And so with him, paying attention to that, being, able to just work it out the way it needs to work out, and all the fun facts, some of his plot holes, large plot holes. And y'all better get that man a season 3.
We gonna do it at the same time, or we gonna do it apart? Okay, go ahead.
Nah, I already know this ain't gonna be the same. Coach Carter was close.
Coach Carter was close.
I'm gonna give these guys a 7.5, and I like the show. I like it a lot. I like the show a lot.
Well, I think that's fair because I was giving these guys a 7. And I liked it too. Wow. That's the funny part. I liked it too. Wow. 7.25, that rounds out to a 7.
Yeah, I mean, we're here.
It
is what it is.
I think this is a good show. It's going on a good direction. I just think there was a lot of plot holes.
The potential it could have had was not achieved. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. That's your boy I.
And that's your boy N. Wait, I'm putting that's your boy N.
And we in the building. Hey, we love y'all. We out.